Hey guys, today I thought I would just kind of talk a little bit about my trying to conceive journey for baby number 4. As of right now, I am not pregnant. Just start that out. I am frustrated, I'm emotional, I'm sad, but I am not pregnant. If you are new here, I miscarried in November with our 4th baby and have been trying to conceive ever since. So at this point, I'm 3 months post miscarriage, and I've had 3, cycles and 3 negative tests now, this far. My cycles are not normal. My hormones are out of whack. And instead of getting better over time, like over the months, like they should, mine are getting worse. So of course, after you give birth, after you have a miscarriage, there can be some, inconsistencies with cycles or just kind of weird things that happen. But over time, typically they start to kind of even out. And what I'm experiencing is that that's not happening. It's not evening it out at all. It's getting worse progressively month after month. And that has been hard, especially because I kind of psyched myself up. Like after I miscarried, part of what gets you through is just like that hope for another one. And I miscarried back in 2018 as well. And when I miscarried that time, I was able to kind of conceive like very soon after that miscarriage. So when I miscarried this time, I just kind of had that in my head and was like, okay, like I did miscarry, I lost this baby, I'm very sad, but there's hope for another one. And so now, 3 months later, I'm at a point where I'm like, is this gonna happen? Like, it's just been a very more emotional time because I think I had some of that. I was like not trying to get through the grief, maybe, right? I was holding on to like that hope. And so now the grief is kind of coming back up, and I've been just very emotional the last, couple months. I've shed a lot of tears. I'm still trying my best to stay positive and just leave it to God. But of course, that's so much easier said than done. So if you are a prayerful person, I ask for your prayers because I'm praying for myself, but I just might need that extra push because it is hard. And I apologize. I'm not like just done crying or anything right now. I am getting over being sick. So yes, that's what's going on here. But anyway, just as of like where I am now, outside of the emotional stuff, I knew when I miscarried that something was wrong because of my hormones, right? So I knew baby was still alive and I was in the process of miscarrying. Everything, we did ultrasounds, like everything looked perfect with the baby. But the problem is that my hormones were not rising like they should. So I did try a progesterone supplement during pregnancy and my progesterone levels still weren't rising. I ended up fully miscarrying as the baby was alive. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. But anyway, that's how I knew that something was wrong with my hormones. It wasn't just something chromosomally was wrong with this baby, it was my hormones. If you want to hear my miscarriage story and such, you can go back to that video. I will link it if you, want to see that, but I'm not probably going to talk about it much here because I just don't want to. But anyway, so I went to see my doctor after this, and he gave me some things to do a few things. One, for uterine health, just basic health. Another, to make sure that any tissue or anything that would have still been in my uterus would be flushed out. And then 3, I think it was like a hormone helper or something like that, something for hormones. It wasn't a hormone, it was just something to help boost them, I think. I did those for a month. And after that, things just were still getting worse. Like instead of, you know, a typical 28, say to 30-day cycle, mine were getting longer. And instead of maybe having a day of spotting and then, you know, 3 to 5 days of your period, I was having 8 to 10 days of spotting before my period started, which then lasted for 7 to 10 days. Like just a lot, and progressively getting worse and longer each time I had a cycle. And so not only is that abnormal, and when you want to conceive, you want things to be all working well so that, you know, everything is good in your body, but also with those long periods of spotting, I have those hopes at the end of like every cycle, like it's not turning into a period. Maybe this is implantation bleeding. Maybe I actually am pregnant. And so then your hopes just get higher and higher and higher, and then just to come crashing down again, and all the tears and all the emotions, and it's just been such a roller coaster. So since that first round of like medicines or whatever did not work, my doctor and I decided that I was going to do a very strict 3-week cleanse with the hopes that, you know, your hormones are kind of controlled by the other things that are going in your body. So doing this cleanse in hopes that if I can clear up my gut health, if I can support my liver better, if I can get rid of toxins better, that my hormones will then be able to balance themselves out naturally, and hopefully that will just kind of kickstart things. So I just finished week 2 of that cleanse. I'm now in week 3, so I'm almost done, but it has been hard. The first week especially. So you can kind of see everything. If I kind of move out of the way, you can probably see all this stuff here, all these pills, all these supplements. There's like a little book that comes along with it. There's a shake that comes along with it. It's all part of this cleanse. And so I have not been able to eat dairy. I have not been able to eat eggs. I have not been able to eat like breads, carbs. Like I don't say carbs is the wrong word, but I can't eat potatoes. I can't eat corn. I can eat pretty much all fruits. Fruits are fair game. I can have as many fruits as I want. Vegetables are also fair game. I can have as many as I want, with the exception of the potato and the corn. I can't have potatoes or corn. But other than that, vegetables are pretty much fair game. So fruits and vegetables, we're all good on. No meat. Actually, I can have meat now. It's just the first 10 days I was not allowed to have meat, so I'm slowly pulling meat back into my diet. And then the only like other protein source, so I can have the shake and water, and the only other protein source I'm allowed to have is beans, quinoa, and chickpeas. So I've been doing a lot of sweet potatoes. I've been doing a lot of vegetables, a lot of quinoa, a lot of fruit, and taking these supplements. And it's a lot of pills. It's like a lot, 30 plus a day. And for me, it's hard because I love bread. I love eggs. Not being able to have eggs in the morning is like killing my heart. The meat that I'm allowed to have now, like I could live without meat. I do like meat. I mean, I like a hamburger every now and then, but I don't need the meat. I miss the carbs. I miss the eggs. I miss the breads. I miss yogurt. Like you can't have granola. You can't have all these things. So it has been really hard, but I'm hoping that with this intensive thing, my body really does respond and just gets a really healthy restart. And that's just all I can hope for, because at the end of the day, what I would really, really hate for to happen was to get pregnant and my body not be ready and miscarry again. Like that would be just the worst. So I am really trying to focus on my health, trying to do the things that I, think are going to help me on this journey, help my liver, help all those things, and slowly kind of reintroduce some of those foods again. I cannot wait for desserts. Like if you have seen this channel, if you know me, desserts are my kryptonite. So it's really been probably really good for me to cut those out for a couple weeks, because I am a sugaraholic. So I will definitely be trying to limit that even when I can have it again, because that was becoming a problem. Anyway, I'm surprised I haven't lost weight. excuse me, on this thing, because yeah, I thought that in itself, cutting that out would really jumpstart something, but I haven't. Anyway, if I am not successful in conceiving after this is over and I have my next cycle, if I'm still not successful in conceiving, then I do have a detox plan that I plan to do, which is another probably month program, and it is designed to kind of pull out heavy metals, pull out toxins, do all these things. This is from a different doctor, a holistic functional medicine doctor. But yeah, that is kind of my plan. I have been using a few things just, you know, in the trying to conceive manner. Natural family planning is basically what I'm doing. So trying to track my cycle. I use 2 apps. I use the Glow app and the Flow app. I used to like them a lot better because they didn't have as many ads. Now everybody just wants you to buy their thing and get the premium level, so there's just literally an ad every single time. So I don't like them as much now, but I did used to really like them, and I still use them because I'm not going to pay for one right now. But Glow and Flow are what I use, and I use 2 because, like, what if this app is a little wrong? I'll use this one, and if they tell me different things, then I'll try for both days for a day, you know, whatever it might be. I also have been using LH strips, which I don't know. At this point, I'm wondering if they're right. I have, of course, been trying to track my CM and stuff. I'm not great at that, especially during the fertile window, because once you kind of do things, then I can't tell like what is CM, what is other things. So that's just not the best way for me, but I am trying it. I also was trying to do my basal temperature. I have like that basal temperature thermometer, but it's not working out for me as a way to kind of test because I have kids that are still waking up in the middle of the night. Whatever kid it might be, there might be a different problem, but when that happens, if it happens, you know, at 4 in the morning, I have a hard time falling back to sleep. I'm restless, and then that affects like your temperature when you're up, when you're not back to sleep. It doesn't go back down. So that has not really been a good way for me. I'm all over the map when I test, so I just know it's not accurate. I would love to try something like temp drop. I've heard of temp drop before, but it is pricey and I'm not sure I am ready to go all in on that yet. I think I would rather get some additional blood work done and just really maybe try a hormone specialist or something before I do that. Unless temp drop, you want to, you know, collaborate here and sponsor that for me, I would love it. And then I can let you all know how it is. But anyway, that is kind of what I'm doing, what I'm going through. I'm frustrated. I'm questioning God's plan for me. I wanted to have a big family. I come from a big family and I just don't know, like, is that God's plan for me? I don't know. I'm questioning that. Maybe that's not his plan for me. So at the same time, I'm just praying and just trying to enjoy all the time that I can with my other littles, and trying to remind myself, like, this is God's timing, not my timing. Like, trying my best to remain in that mindset, because I don't know how else you get past this without it. So anyway, I just wanted to film this video as an update. I really hope, you know, another update soon can be a more positive one, but yeah, this is where we are. If you guys are interested in this journey, maybe I could, you know, film a little more of it, some more end of cycles and where we are and if it was positive or not. What I have learned for myself, at least, is that, you know, they say wait till 12 weeks just in case you're you miscarry, then you don't have to like tell everybody that you don't have a baby anymore. And for me, it's like, I tell people either way, so what does it matter if I tell them when I'm pregnant? And then if you lose it, they can be there to support you. So I'm not sure I love that rule. I don't know where that rule came from. Maybe like when talking about all this stuff was a faux pas, but yeah. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Thank you for watching this. thank you for your prayers. If you decide to send them, I appreciate them 100%. Send me a little, you know, prayer emoji or a praying or something. I will, in turn, of course, pray for you. I do pray for the people who support me on here, and I appreciate you and would love to just add specific names or, you know, handles or whatever it is into my intentions. So thank you. I will see you guys next time. Bye.